This video will provide you a brief overview of the ProACT, Procurement Anti-Corruption and Transparency Platform. This is the first global tool that brings together open data on the award of public procurement contracts. You can use the ProACT platform to explore contracts that have been awarded by public authorities to companies around the world, and review integrity and transparency risks associated with those contracts. The ProACT platform provides easy access to public procurement data and enables identification, analysis, and monitoring of performance and integrity risks associated with these contracts. This is the ProACT website, and this is the landing page. You can always reach the landing page by clicking on the ProACT logo on the top left. The ProACT platform makes these risks visible through 4 units of analysis: suppliers, buyers, markets, and contracts. And if you click into any of these, you will get a full range of background information, as well as indicators related to integrity and transparency. There are many ways of exploring the platform. Other than the 4 units, you can also scroll down to the map and click on any country in dark blue to explore further. This is the information for Uganda, on the number of contracts, suppliers, and buyers. You can further click right into the data from here itself. For instance, click on buyer to explore the buyers in Uganda further. Let's say you are interested in a procuring entity in wildlife in Uganda. Type wildlife in the name in the search bar called buyer's name. Click on the green search tab to see results. The results display the potential buyers with this name and the number of contracts awarded to them. And based on these contracts, you can see the buyer's integrity and transparency score. We will show you what these mean in practice. Click on the authority you are interested in. This takes you to the individual page of this procuring authority. The buyer's public ID, when available, and other background information is displayed here. We can see the number or value of contracts awarded over time, and the sectors of spending. We can also see the network of suppliers of this buyer by number and by value, and see the supplier to whom maximum number or value of contracts were awarded. For example, this supplier has been awarded close to $1 million in contract value. The authority has a transparency score of 69 and an integrity score of 91. Click on See Details to see the detailed sub-indicators on which the transparency and integrity scores are based. Scroll down to see the list of contracts awarded by this buyer and their integrity scores. Click further into each contract to view details of a specific contract. Now let's go back to the landing page and look at the Suppliers tab to explore suppliers. Search for a particular supplier by typing the name of the supplier in the search bar for supplier name. But you may also be more interested in searching for suppliers more broadly. For instance, suppliers in a particular market. For example, you may be interested in the construction sector in Indonesia. By using the Modify Filters tab, apply more filters. For example, use Data Publisher to filter data by the organization that published the data, or filter by number of contracts. You can narrow your search to look for suppliers receiving a slightly lower integrity score. For example, an integrity score less than 60. It is important to note that the scores are based on the underlying contracts awarded to the supplier. More filters can be applied by using the Modify Table Column tab. The data in each column can be sorted by clicking on the header. For example, sort by number of contracts to view large suppliers first. Click on any supplier to view further details about that supplier. The supplier's public ID, when available, and other background information is displayed here. The page displays the supplier's timeline, the markets and submarkets it has won contracts in, who its buyers are, and who are the competitors of this supplier. You can also have a detailed overview of the risk indicators, and can also adjust the weights of the indicators. Scroll down to see a list of contracts that the supplier was awarded, and see the scores of individual contracts. We can now go and explore the markets page. Let's say you are interested in a particular market, for example the medical market. You may be interested in exploring this market in North and South America. You can choose the entire continent or countries of your choice in this region. One can immediately see a comparison between the transparency and integrity scores of countries in these markets. Apply more filters by using the Modify Table Column section. For example, select Number of Contracts, and get an overview of these markets. Now you can further drill down in the Mexico market for medical equipment. The visuals display the number and value of contracts in submarkets, and the timeline of contracts. You can see the market shows contracts, more than 16 billion, over the years. The map further shows the location of suppliers in this market. Further, one can see the largest suppliers and buyers in this market. This displays the overall integrity and transparency score of contracts in this market. Click on See Details to see underlying factors that go into the score. A list of contracts in this market and their details is also displayed. You can see that the market has more than 100,000 contracts. Further filters can be applied to these, or you can even click and view individual contracts. We can now go to the contract page to have a brief overview of what it offers. You could choose from a wide range of parameters and explore contracts in particular countries, markets, or awarded by particular buyers, filter by contract value, and transparency and integrity score, among others. Let's say you want to analyze medical equipment contracts awarded in Portugal from 2015 to 2020. Click Search to see the range of contract that meet this criteria. You can filter the data by adding a range of filters from Modify Column. You can also sort the data, let's say by value of contracts. This lists the high-value contract award first. We can now see that the highest awards are in the range of 2 to 3 million. You may be further interested in high-value contracts awarded during the general period covering the COVID-19 pandemic. Filter by 2020. And contract value greater than 1 million. View the list of contracts and have a quick overview of their transparency and integrity scores. Click on any contract to view details about the contract and its score. Further, click on See Details to see underlying factors for the transparency and integrity score. Check out the complete list of indicators that can be found on the About page. You can also compare the contract with another contract using the Compare Contracts feature. Or view automated results of how this contract fares compared to other similar contracts by looking at My Contract and then Most Similar Contracts. You can get a quick overview of how the dollar value and other integrity scores compare, and use the Modify column to add other filters. This is the end of the overview of the platform video. We hope you will be able to leverage the platform to obtain useful insights. Please send us your feedback on the Contact Us page, or by sending us an email.